elevator.
We got our sheets. Luckily, we had a direct flight from Dulles to San Francisco, so we got there around noon, and we got to join Nique on her daily walk around the neighborhood and have lunch with her.
9 years.
I started my day 6 hours ago. What are you talking about?
Well, Paul, you will always have to get up early. Well, that's better than sleeping in too long. Especially if you fix breakfast.
That only took 5 minutes. I don't know what I did with the rest of my.
I enjoyed it.
We've already gone 25 miles. Shoulder to shoulder.
On Thanksgiving Day, Dad and I did a little 5K turkey trot around Nique's neighborhood before heading over to our Thanksgiving lunch at Kathy's house, where they had a bouncy house.
I don't think KK's ready for the super bounce. Wow! Ryan and Russell! KK's bouncing! Whoa! Careful! It's a super bounce with KK! Super bounce with KK!
I'm tired!
Pretty, you look so healthy.
How did you change your name or whatever?
Oh, well, my name has always been Colette, but my nickname is Cece. You know how you have nicknames for your grandma?
Name is Sissy.
Oh, yeah.
So Russell, one of your full name is Russell, but you could sometimes people who are named Russell, they have nicknames like Rusty or Russ or Russellman.
You can play anywhere you want.
Want to take your helmet off?
All right, Russell will show you the way.
They've both been here a lot of times.
I know, I'm teasing.
It's getting beautiful.
Great, this is classic. Thanks.
Shot of the day.
Oh,
Oh, off the rim.
How did I go short? It's the one thing I was trying not to do.
Long distance. Oh, in and out.
Nene doesn't like that.
That's,
No more of that.
making Nene nervous.
Made Nene nervous. No more of that.
Is that a nickname, Nene?
That's what Russell calls her.
Oh.
Monkey doesn't like to get dirty.
Russell warm enough?
He's breaking a sweat, so I think so. He was going fast.
At some point, I think I want to get a picture of Colette with somebody. I don't know who.
Me.
Could it be? Could it be Lindsay and Colette?
That'd be a good picture.
Where should it be?
Where, Lindsay? Where do you
Where,
think?
Lindsay?
Where should the picture be?
For the picture.
Maybe we could sit by Nique.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
Nene's all ready to go.
It looks like a perfect little photo op.
yeah. Either
Okay,
side
let's
of
go.
Nique. Okay. Somebody's chasing you. There you go.
Who's taking the picture? Me? I'm doing a video.
Kennel girls. Kennel girls.
Oh, and here comes Russell.
We got 3 generations. Hey, boom! There he is. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, there's more? Oh, yeah.
But you can clap anytime. That's okay. Whoa! It's getting fancy. Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the one. Oh. Hey! Not to be outdone, there's Russell. Yay, Russell, that was fantastic.
Way too hard.
I should do our trampoline. It's so fun.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe I'll okay.
Just challenge us to go in the jumping house.
Okay, should I go?
Behind it?
Happy Thanksgiving.
To you too. Oh, what's that? Okay, yeah. There's leg over there.
Yes.
Thanksgiving meal.
Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, look at this.
My mother, on her momentous 99th birthday, she's starting her 100th
Shoot, I
year.
didn't think it.
And I was trying to think of happy memories and what to say about Mom. And the first thing I thought of was I probably didn't appreciate my mother until I had a child of my own. And then I realized what it took to be a mother and the sacrifices she made and what a wonderful mother she was. And then again, and she always put family first, family, first, second, third, and everything else because there was nothing else but family. And then when I became a grandmother, which is my new journey, I realized that is Monique's calling. I want to be like Monique because she is a grandmother that, look at all these grandchildren are here and they all adore you, and they adore you because you are present when you're with them and you have always given them unwavering support, and they know that about you. So I'm hoping to follow your legacy by being a good mother still and a great grandmother and hopefully a great grandmother. I'm not even wishing for that. But, so here's to Mom and her legacy of parenting.
Wait, did you go or what?
First of all, no matter how nervous you ever get in your life about standing up in front of a group, I know, I see the eyes rolling. You go ahead and do it. Because you don't know when you're going to get another chance to say it. I thought forever my little table at Hillsborough would be filled with everything, and life happens. It's tough to get all the other grandchildren and cousins together, but we are together tonight, and that's what's important. And I think back to Monique when, I know it seems like a long time ago. It is. But Corrine was 21 years old. 21 years old.
Yesterday.
I think of it, I can't believe. And I met the beautiful little sisters. And it was all to go there with Raj and Monique, and they were so welcoming. And I recall sitting there for the first time. Everyone had gone to bed. I'm not sure where I was. It might have been on that little rolled thing in the yummy room.
The cubo.
Before Mark and Kelly spiffed up that room.
Same place.
But, and I recall being in that red leather chair. Now I hoped always that I would somehow get that red leather chair. It was the most.
No, we didn't.
I'm afraid it went to Sam and Kathy. I was the second favorite. Favorite. And then Mark came along, and then I was third favorite. But you were so welcoming. And tonight, and I get to be with Kathy and Sam and Mark and Kelly and Lisa and Paul. I love being with these people. These cousins of yours, They are young and strong now, and someday they will not be as young and strong. But I'm encouraging you to keep up these connections, because what's really important in life is family. And there's no better example than the Cannell kids. Because no matter how tough Corinne's marriage has been, she's a bad leaver. And she will stick in that marriage no matter what. She says it's 45 years. But she tells me when we're together in a quiet moment, she goes, it always seems like only 9-10 minutes underwater. That being the case, I love being with all of you. I mean, the chances I'm going to be at a table with all of you again, I don't think it's that large.
Cece's wedding.
Cece and Katie.
You cannot
She's 100.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Next year, it's a day.
Same place, same time.
But for the
the big 100.
for the middle-aged people at this table, I want you to know I love you all so much.
We love you.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Okay. Tough crowd.
Cheers, Rich. You're the best.
See my little daughter, my son, his wife, and to have Reef here and these wonderful little girls, I'm so happy. And I want you to know this means so much to me. Nique, without you, none of this happens. And the fact that Sam slid in there as a favored son-in-law doesn't bother me. I've accepted it. Sure, he kept hiking and hiking and hiking.
He got Kathy.
He had an end. He had an end. Anyway, I love every one of you. I'm so glad you're here tonight. And I love it when I get to talk about fishing with Mark. Nique,
That's
thank you
I
for
was going to say,
all of this.
let's not start that part.
Monique and I have always gotten along. At first we didn't get along so well. Now we get along famously.
That's true.
I think. That's my view anyway.
There's nothing but...
Thank you all for being here. Monique, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Short but sweet.
Yeah, here's the window. What's that? Are you giving a toast? I wasn't going to. They said everything was the same, but now I'm feeling pressure.
I'm feeling pressure right now.
I know.
There's no pressure.
No pressure.
Oh man, I gotta pee. Quit talking.
Just a quick toast.
Oh my God.
It's going to be much shorter than Rich's, which everybody can be grateful for. First of all, to you, Monique, happy birthday.
Yay, Mom!
And what I'm surprised about, really surprised about, is she's 99 years old. But sitting at this table, I'm sitting with a lot of senior citizens. 3 children who are senior citizens.
Yep, we are.
2 of us are married to
Medicare.
even older senior citizens, and I'm glad you guys can get out of the home. But thankfully, you had the wherewithal to say, I've got to have a gorgeous daughter. I've got to do it. And she had Kelly.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot.
It's okay. I like it. I like it.
Kelly's gorgeous.
So for that, I can tell you I am incredibly grateful when I look around the room. We're all here. We're all fortunate to be here. Every single person here is because of Nique. I married into the family, as did some of you, but we've got to be grateful because it all started with Nique. And with that, I wish you 99 and 100 more years.
Okay. Feeling a little pressure here.
I'm not.
But my sister stole my lines, but everything I echo, it's all about who is here. And we did the count, all the children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and everyone I would note was on time. That was also part of your legacy. There's an asterisk on that one. Well, yes, everyone was early, which is on time. Yeah. So anyway, happy birthday. Oh, yes it is. It's him, except for Casey. Anyway, we are so happy that everyone is here and the grandkids and great-grandkids are sharing in this event. So happy birthday, Matt.
Happy birthday.
Especially when that person is 99, I think you have to lean into that moment. And I know it's kind of intimidating to sometimes stand up and say something, so I invite everyone to stand up and share a memory of Nique, because Nique, you are the fabric of this family. And some of the things that come to mind for me are Num Num Stew and Great Start Breakfast, and you're the only person that would play Monopoly with my brother to the very end. And if you've ever played Monopoly with Jamie, he does not accept forfeit. You have to actually finish the game, and he'll keep giving you money and bleed you dry. So I think those games take 5 hours, and you had infinite patience, always, with both my brother and I. And then when I had Henry, I used to bring him over to your house and dump out all the Legos, and you kind of just always would just sit there in happiness and just felt, I always felt like just being in your company and you being in my company was the gift. And nothing exciting needed to happen. It was just being together. So I am so grateful that you are the head of this family, and you have shown us all how to love, how to be loyal, how to think of people. Every single event in my life, I get a note, snail mail note, a happy birthday, a happy anniversary. You always make me feel thought of and loved. So thank you. And I did not know that the time changed from 5 to 4:30, and I thought it was 20 minutes early. But I was 10 minutes late, and I know in this family that's not acceptable. That's my privilege coach.
What is some things you remember about Nique? I remember walking around the block looking for green electric boxes.
Oh yeah.
I think they're transformers, I don't know. But they were everywhere. I remember the pool being really cold. And I remember croquet. And I'm done.
Playing at Holbrook Palmer Park under the trees
Good
that
one.
go all the way to the ground.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Those days are gone.
And I remember taking those little beehive things and grinding them.
What?
Those little nuts under the trees. and grind them up.
Those were wasps.
And I remember.
Well, what about sardines at Nique's house?
Yeah, I was good at that.
Sardines in the dark?
Jamie was good at that one. I remember Nique had after 8 mints, but we never stayed up
good
till
one.
8 o'clock. So we would eat them after 7.
Staying over at Nique's house while my parents went to Scotland, I believe, for a week or two, and it was the first time away from home, and I felt right at home with Nique because she's like a second mom.
A week or 2 or 5.
I remember every time Nique and I would go and see something or do something, she would then cut out newspaper articles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. So I have an absurd amount of Beckham articles of just in his underwear, and I'd get these articles from my grandma of David Beckham in his underwear, and I was always like, I don't know what to do with this. And then I also got a lot of Martha Stewart. I remember Nique dancing, and that sounds weird because she's not a great dancer. But I remember driving up north. We, for some reason, had her and we were driving up north, and we were listening to Outkast, and she would dance, and then she would see how fast my mom was going, and it was like, oh no, we have to stop. And I remember thinking about, every time I think about Disneyland, I think about Paul, and Paul says the reason that Nique's hair turned white was because she went on the Peter Pan ride.
The Peter
Pan ride in Disneyland. And your hair turned white. So whenever I think of Peter Pan or anything related to Disney, I'm like, that's what turned my grandma's hair white.
There's something that anchors a family, and I think we can all remember a time we were trying to find somebody in a crowd, and it's not that hard to find Nique because of your beautiful hair. And I remember playing all my sporting events, looking around, the thousands of people that come to Stanford baseball games. It's not that many, and it's actually not that unique to be an 85-year-old lady at a Stanford baseball game, and I could always find Nique. And it's something that actually you pass down to generations. Just look at Eric and myself.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, Paul.
You made it to your great-grandchildren. Tatum has your. I just had a conversation with Jamie yesterday, and she was saying that Tatum has Nique hair. So we are all passing on the tradition, and we'll keep it going as long as we can.
Here's the Nique hair.
good thing.
I know, she looks totally
Having Nique here is way better than having
I
Joe
know.
here. Which, you know,
Ever since I was little, we got to go to California every summer, and I always loved visiting Nique. And I just remember she would always have a book for me and Katie laid out on those little twin beds, and maybe a little stuffed animal to go along with it. And she would read to us every night before we go to bed, and we'd play croquet. And I just always look forward to our California visits.
well, I know Rich is going to go.
I resisted, but I think I'm the last biological.
Save the best for last. Thanks for specifying biological.
I would say save the best for last, but Nique instilled an important lesson: stay humble.
Yeah. So true. That is so true. Yeah.
So true.
Stay humble.
Yeah. No matter how much I have to brag about, I would never.
It's not you.
No matter how good I am, stay humble.
I think the original question was things that you remember about Nique, and so 2 things that I remember about Nique. Su Hong. Yeah. After every MA swim meet, I wasn't the fastest swimmer, but I was the best eater. So I looked forward to Su Hong more than the swim meet. And then driving you home, Nique, after dinner on Sundays, when I would get charged an Uber fare. And gradually over time, the Uber fare increased.
My model and Eric stole it.
Yeah, and I would get the Uber fare on the pickup and the drop-off. So, thank you very much.
Well said.
He bought a house on the
job.
And not a word about the
And you look at it, and was the blue wall saying similar trend? Like there were areas of the country that weren't that affected.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nique. Happy birthday to you.
99 good years.
99.
It's so pristine.
Going for a hike.
That's gonna take a tricky camera to see that.
The Gnome Village.
That's why it's bright. Brighter than just a cloud would be. Yeah.
We're going to the concert.
Still 2 minutes, but you can.
Flowers still look good. Oh, I'm glad you think so. Don't you? I do, except for the poor little sunflowers. My little sunflower looks a little droopy.